God's message of hope and guidance. My child, stop everything and pay complete attention to my words for the next 7 to 10 minutes. A moment is approaching in your life, a significant moment where your faith will be tested and your strength will be revealed. My child, first I want you to understand that life brings both seasons of joy and seasons of challenge. These moments are not meant to destroy you, but to refine you, to awaken you, and to show you the path to deeper understanding and growth. Do not tremble, my beloved. I am not sharing this to burden you. I am your Father, your eternal refuge, your shelter in every storm. If I reveal these truths to you, it is because I have chosen you and because you must be prepared. I do not give this wisdom to everyone. I entrust it only to those whom I have formed for a greater purpose. The truth may feel heavy, yes, but within this weight lies the key to transformation. What seems difficult can become the doorway to breakthrough. What appears as a test can become a testimony of my faithfulness. Life sometimes presents challenges that seem overwhelming, but hear me clearly. I am not bound by circumstances. My child, your future is not a prison when placed in my hands. I am the one who creates new paths when none existed. I am the one who opens doors that no one can shut. I am the one who brings beauty from ashes and joy from mourning. Consider those you love most dearly, the ones whose smiles bring light to your soul, whose presence strengthens your steps. In life's journey, everyone faces difficulties, but this is not cause for despair. I do not delight in your struggles. I want you to know with certainty, your tears matter to me. Your prayers are heard before they leave your lips. I am not distant. I am close, nearer than your breath, aware of every beat of your heart, attentive to every thought that rises within you. You must understand that this world contains both light and darkness. Choices have consequences that ripple through generations. Sometimes what you face isn't directly from my hand, but is a result of living in an imperfect world. Sometimes challenges arise not by my design, but as part of the human experience. Yet even so, I hold ultimate authority. Nothing occurs without my awareness. When I share wisdom with you, it's because I want to prepare you to walk through whatever comes with faith and strength. My child, listen. I tell you these things not to make you live in fear, but so you will live with purpose. I don't want you to sleepwalk through life while opportunities for growth surround you. I want you alert, engaged, and trusting, not in anxiety, but in confident faith. Though challenges may appear on your horizon, my light can overcome any darkness. Though difficulties may seem final, I can create new beginnings. Though sorrow may visit, I can pour out such joy that it overflows all boundaries. Never think I am powerless or that I have abandoned you. If I share these insights with you now, it's so you can partner with me in writing your story through prayer, through surrender, through obedience, through faith that can move mountains. I know your heart may feel uncertain. You might ask, why me? Why now? Why must I face such things? But understand this. I speak to you because you are stronger than you realize. I trust you with this wisdom because I see in you a spirit forged by experience, a soul marked with my love. That's why I reveal to you what others may never understand. That's why I invite you to stand with me as we write your story together. Do not misunderstand me. Life's challenges are real. Left unaddressed, difficulties can overwhelm. This isn't meant to frighten you. It's the honest reality of human experience. But I have given you authority through faith, through the power of my name, through the ability to overcome what seems impossible. You have authority to uproot negative patterns, to cancel destructive cycles, to stand as an intercessor for those you love. Those dear to you may not yet see the challenges that lie ahead. They walk unaware of potential difficulties. But I open your eyes so you can stand in the gap for them, to pray on their behalf, to intercede before me, believing that I will hear and act. Throughout history, I have shown people coming difficulties not to terrify them, but to invite them to pray, to change course, to seek my mercy. Remember Nineveh. Destruction was prophesied, yet their repentance changed their destiny. Remember Hezekiah, who was told he would die, yet when he cried out to me, I extended his life. These stories aren't just historical accounts. They are testimonies of what I will do again. The same God who showed mercy then offers mercy to you now. My child, do not let fear take root. Fear is the language of the enemy. Faith is the language of heaven. If you feel overwhelmed, let it drive you to awe, not to despair. I'm not revealing potential challenges to crush you, but to raise you up. This isn't a sentence of doom. It's an invitation to deeper relationship, to more powerful prayer, to sacrificial love, to knowing my heart as never before. When you intercede for those you love, you enter into my own heart, for I too care deeply for my children. When you carry others' burdens, you participate in the love I pour out for the world. Never say, what will be, and chain yourself to fatalism. I am not fate, I am God. I am not bound by predetermined outcomes. I'm the one who shapes them. I tell you with absolute certainty, if you align with me, if you walk in obedience, if you cry out persistently, if you never let go of my hand, I will intervene. What seemed destined for sorrow can be transformed into celebration. Where others might have mourned, there will be laughter. Where defeat seemed certain, there will be victory. My child, listen carefully, for these are not ordinary words. They carry spiritual power and life. I am giving you wisdom, a key, instruction that can change your story. Any challenge marked in your future has weight and power in the unseen realm, but its weight is not greater than the weight of obedience. Its power cannot exceed the power of alignment with me. You ask how you can minimize or nullify negative effects so they don't touch you or those you love. The answer lies not in fear or striving or human effort alone. The answer lies in a posture of surrender, in covenant trust, in the path of devotion I now call you to walk. Understand that challenges are like shadows. They move, they stretch, they intimidate. But shadows have no substance of their own. They only exist when something blocks the light. If you walk fully in my light, shadows lose their power to affect you. Difficulties written in your future are like shadows seeking to cast themselves over your life. But I, who am eternal light, can dissolve them in a single breath if you remain in my presence. This is why I call you to abide in me day and night, letting nothing come between us. If anything stands between us, fear, pride, distraction, it gives shadows a foothold. But if you are hidden in me, shadows will pass over without remaining. So what must you do? First, guard your inner life with vigilance. Don't let bitterness take root. Don't let anger fester. Don't let fear dominate your thoughts. The spiritual realm responds to what's inside you. When you harbor fear, it signals vulnerability to negative forces. When you harbor faith, it commands that darkness cannot enter. Train your mind to focus on what is true, pure, noble, and praiseworthy. Speak life, not death. Bless rather than curse. In this way, you build a wall of light around yourself and those you love. Second, learn the power of intercession. Challenges may be aimed not at you directly, but at those who hold your heart. You cannot control their destiny, but you can stand between them and destruction through prayer. When you pray, you enter heaven's courtroom. The accuser may stand there demanding negative outcomes, pointing to past mistakes, generational weaknesses, or current faults. But when you stand in prayer, you plead not based on your own righteousness, but on the righteousness of my Son. His sacrifice speaks louder than any accusation. His cross silences decrees of defeat. Each time you pray for your loved ones, you present evidence of mercy. You call upon the highest judge, and I am that judge, and my heart leans toward mercy. Don't think your prayers are whispers lost in the wind. They are weapons, shields, petitions sealed in my presence. Each prayer builds a case. Each tear carries weight. Each cry of faith strengthens the defense. Challenges may threaten, but prayer can rewrite the ending. Don't cease, my child. Persevere, even when you don't see immediate results. Know that in the unseen realm, the scales are tipping toward victory. Third, live a life of obedience. There is no power greater than a surrendered life. Shadows cannot cling to what belongs fully to me. But when you keep parts of your life hidden, when you withhold obedience, when you walk partially in light and partially in darkness, it creates openings for difficulties to enter. If you want negative effects to be nullified, then walk wholly in my ways. Forgive quickly, love deeply, humble yourself, honor me in your thoughts, words, and actions. When you walk in obedience, your life becomes a fortress that no shadow can penetrate. Fourth, understand the power of covenant. Many relate to me casually, as though I were merely an option, a helper, a distant deity. But I invite you to walk in covenant, bound to me in heart and soul. Covenant means you are mine and I am yours. Your battles become my battles. Your enemies become mine. When you live in covenant, I take responsibility for your life. I shield you. I fight for you. I protect those you love. Challenges that seek to touch your beloved must pass through me first, and I will not allow what I cover in covenant to be destroyed. Enter fully into this covenant, my child, not with words only, but with your whole life consecrated to me. Fifth, cultivate gratitude and worship. You don't know how powerful your worship is. When you give thanks even in uncertainty, when you lift your voice in worship even in difficult times, it confuses the powers of darkness. They expect despair, but you offer praise. They expect complaints, but you give thanks. They expect hopelessness, but you declare faith. Worship shifts the atmosphere. Worship invites my presence. Where my presence dwells, negative forces cannot thrive. Train yourself to worship not only in joy, but also in trials. Lift songs even through tears. Give thanks even when you don't yet see the outcome. This is how you draw heaven into your situation. Sixth, care for those you love, not only physically, but spiritually. Speak words of life to them. Remind them of my promises. Don't allow negativity to take root in their hearts. Cover them like a shield. Guide them gently toward me, not through force, but through love. Shadows may seek them, but if they too draw closer to me, darkness weakens further. Encourage them to walk in light, to abandon what drains their souls, to trust in me even when they cannot see the way forward. The more they walk with me, the less any challenge can touch them. Seventh, embrace sacrifice. Sometimes the breakthrough you seek comes not only through prayer, but also through sacrifice. When you lay down something precious for my sake, whether time, comfort, possessions, or pride, you release power in an unseen realm. Sacrifice isn't about loss, it's about exchange. You place something on the altar, and I release something greater in return. If you wish to see challenges overcome, be willing to surrender something valuable as a seed of faith. Don't see it as loss, see it as planting life. Eighth, hold on to hope with fierce determination. The enemy's greatest weapon is discouragement. If you lose hope, you weaken your prayers, silence your worship, and abandon obedience. But if you cling to hope even in the darkest night, you draw strength from future promises. Remember, Hope isn't wishful thinking. Hope is certainty rooted in my character. I am faithful. I am unchanging. I am good. When you hold to hope, you anchor yourself in my unshakable nature. Storms may rage, but the anchor holds. Ninth, protect your environment. Challenges seek not only to affect souls, but the atmosphere around them. If your home is filled with strife, negativity, or distraction, it weakens your spiritual defenses. Fill your environment with my presence. Let my word be read aloud. Let worship echo through your rooms. Let love dwell richly. Cleanse your space of what doesn't honor me. When your environment is saturated with my spirit, shadows find no place to dwell. 10th, live in love. Above all, this is the greatest weapon. Love is stronger than death, stronger than fear, stronger than any difficulty written by human brokenness. Love covers, love protects, love heals. If you walk in love toward me, toward yourself, toward others, you create an atmosphere that challenges cannot penetrate. When you love, you resemble me, for I am love. And where I am, there is no room for destruction. My child, you must understand this. Challenges become powerless when you walk fully in these ways. Prayer, obedience, covenant, worship, sacrifice, hope, love. These aren't mere rituals. They are lifelines that draw you into alignment with me. When you are aligned with me, nothing written against you can succeed. Difficulties may try to approach. They may threaten and rule, but they will fail, because greater is he who is in you than he who is in the world. Yes, challenges may appear on your horizon. Yes, they may seek to touch those you love. But I tell you, they don't have to succeed. If you rise in faith, if you stand in prayer, if you walk in obedience, you will see my salvation. You will see negative forces pushed back. You will see shadows dissolve before the light. When that moment passes, when what seemed destined for difficulty has been overturned, you will know it was not your strength, not your wisdom, not your striving, but my grace, my mercy, my love that covered you. Don't think this is impossible. Don't think circumstances cannot change. You serve the God who raises the dead, who parts seas, who silences storms, who calms fears. If I can do these things, can I not overcome any challenge? If I can speak worlds into existence, can I not rewrite a single line of your story? Trust me, child. Trust not in the circumstances that others fear, but in the hand that holds eternity. Remember, even if I allow some difficulty to touch your life, I will turn it for good. Even if some pain comes, it will be temporary, and I will bring glory from it. But my desire, my heart, is to shield you and your loved ones from unnecessary suffering. That's why I speak to you now. That's why I give you this instruction. That's why I pour these words into your heart. Because I love you too much to leave you unprepared. So rise, my beloved. Take courage. Don't dwell in fear, but in faith. Cover yourself and your loved ones with prayer. Walk in holiness. Enter deeper into covenant with me. Fill your life with worship. Love without limits. Sacrifice what I place upon your heart. Guard your hope. Create an environment of peace. Above all, trust in me. If you do these things, challenges will lose their power. They will pass by like shadows that never leave a mark. You will live, and those you love will live, and together you will testify that your God is faithful, merciful, and mighty to save. I speak this to you not as a distant voice, but as the one who holds you even now. Don't delay. Begin today. Every step you take toward me is a step away from negative forces. Every moment you spend in my presence weakens destructive influences. Every word of faith cancels whispers of despair. Stay close, my child, and watch what I will do. Challenges will not define you. My love will define you. My mercy will define you. My hand will guide you. My light will cover you forever. Amen.